Another famous interview questions for experienced and fresher candidate is, what is the difference between error and exception? So to check your basic knowledge, he will ask this question. What is exception? Exception does not indicate any kind of serious problem. We can handle this one. But error indicates some serious problem that our application should not try to catch. And exception are divided into two types: uncheck and check exception. Uncheck exception are which are occur at runtime. Check exception are which occur at compile time. Error is not divided into anything. And some rules are there for this one that he will ask in the interview. The class exception and all its subclasses that are not also a subclass of runtime exception. What it means, like exception one class is there, exception hierarchy, exception and its subclasses that are not part of runtime exception, that subclasses are not part of runtime exception are check exceptions. And the class runtime exception and its subclasses are uncheck exception, like class error and all the subclasses are uncheck exception. This rule you should know. Error and its subclasses are regarded as uncheck exception. That is normal. So most frequently used exceptions are SQL exception, IO exception, class not. Uncheck is null pointer arithmetic. Here thread dead, out of memory error, stack overflow error. Another thing is like application must catch the exception because there does not cause any major threat to your application. We can catch by using catch block or try or catch we can do. That is not issue. For this one, application must not catch the error because there does not have any major threat to the application. Example, like we got out of memory and stack overflow error occurred are cached, then the JVM might not able to free up the memory for the rest of application to execute. So it will be better if application does not catch this error and is allowed to terminate. Then only we will get to know like what exactly issue we are facing. And another thing is, what is the difference between throw and throws in Java? Every interview exception handling they will ask you this one. So you need to answer like a different way to impress the interviewer. How? Like throw is a keyword. Throw is used to throw the exception explicitly, and another thing, throw used to declare the exception. Simple. And throw is used inside a method. Method is there inside the method we will use. Throw is used in method declaration. Here if you see, this is called method declaration. This is method declaration, and this is inside. This is an example, like static void m throw new file not found exception. Here throw this one. Throw is always followed by the instance of exception class in Java. It means this one. But throw is always followed by the name of the exception. See, here the name of the exception in Java. Throw can be at time used to throw only one exception. We can throw by using throws, but here throws we can use to throw multiple exception. Throws file not found exception, null pointer exception. Throw cannot propagate exception to calling method. Here we can't use in exception propagation, but throws can be propagate exception in calling method. We can use here. So how to create user defined check and exception in Java? Here he will ask you to write the code. Even HSBC, IVY, Synchrony have faced this one. So definitely they will ask you to write the code. Creating user defined exception in Java, like how we can create user defined exception? Simple, by extending exception. Create user defined uncheck exception in Java. Uncheck exception means like by extending runtime exception. So these two things you should be make sure you know. Another question, like how to use try catch finally in Java. Try catch finally, how we can use in Java. Scenario based question they will ask you. So here we have three scenarios. We can use try catch, or try finally block, or try catch finally. Alone try we can't use, alone catch we can't use, try finally we can use. Here is the use try catch, it is allowed. Try finally it is also allowed. Normal try it won't allow, it will compilation error. Normal catch also we can't use, finally also. Another question is like, it is allowed to use multiple catch block in Java. You need to answer in depth way, not just giving like a bookish definition. Java exception allow use to multiple catch block in Java. So here two things you need to note important about multiple catch block. Exception class handle in a starting catch block must be subclass of exception class handle in the following catch block, otherwise we will face compilation error. What it means? See, here we have defined try and we have three catch blocks. So you need to declare the order you need to follow, like subclasses you need to clear first. After, at the end, you need to declare the superclass. Means like exception is there, it is superclass, right? And all its subclasses are runtime exception, arithmetic exception. These are subclasses of exception. But if you write this exception here, this exception is there. If you write here this one, then it will throw compilation error, because as per our rule we can't go like from superclass to subclass. We can go with top to bottom, from top subclass to superclass. We can't go with superclass to subclass. So in written test also this question definitely they will ask you. You need to make sure how you need to answer on this.